Yeah, I thought it might be easier just to explain it this way. This was a start of all this journey, whatever you want to call this. So I started with the double dot domino, and you can see in the example that I use a star and a dot, and you have to maintain continuity. So you got dot to the star. Now see, B has to lay down on its side because it doesn't have a star. It doesn't have a sharp. So the step in relative space, this step would still happen. So anyway, so you go to C and you go star dot. So you reverse polarity. D advances, then E has to lay down again, and look, it's the opposite. It inverts the opposite of B. Then you go to F, and it reverses polarity again. It goes back to even. And G, it has a special rule. I just have not applied it yet. What happens is we don't even know that there's one inversion. And here there's clearly three. It inverts as B and E. Then it inverts as A, B, and C, and D, E, F. Then it inverts as top to bottom. And the way the scale worked, and G, I believe, holds the answer on why this shift occurred. But you get to the eighth note, which is 8, and the scale shifted 2. That's why we have middle C. You cannot be perpetual from the third note out of 7. It's impossible. So what happened is the scale shifted, and then look at C. C became the focal point of life, and life sprang from within. The X's mean that that no longer matters. It matters in our day-to-day life, but the scale regenerated through C. So C regenerated as D, E, F, G, A, B. Now, if you look at, the other thing I couldn't figure out, well, how you've got uneven resistance. So how could continuity be maintained? And if you look, when you get through 3 against 3, if your resistance is normalized, you're equal. But I don't understand how you can normalize to the back. It has to do with bridging the past, which will be the hardest thing to see, is how do we see how we change the future, how do we bridge the past? The other thing is there's a special rule on G that I'll figure out. I might figure that out today. Anyway, this is Ron Wade, and I'll just keep this stuff coming because it's pretty fascinating. All right, thank you. Bye.